This happened to me like a few years ago, around 2011. It was a very dark night in the winter, and I was trying to get home, but then I saw a bird. He was flapping his wings saying, he started going up and down on my car, but he fell eventually. I was crapping myself at that moment, but I decided to be the bigger man and run that stupid KFC chicken over. And then he screamed. I'm still traumatized about that scream to this day. But then I just kept on driving and driving until I saw this, which I can't get that face, that red, crazy face out of my brain because it traumatized me forever. He was a red man, wearing all gray, and had a maniacal face. Then he said in a weird voice,
"Back now, you don't belong here, turn back now."
This psychotic man was just yelling at me for it felt like an hour, and then he hopped on my car, and he was screaming at me.
Turn back now, you goddamn redneck.
He fell off my car after he called me a redneck, and I got so pissed off that I just ran him over. This guy was pissing me off, so I ran him over. And I kept on driving, and I didn't really care that that man got up. I had to get out of this place once and for all. And then I saw a local gas station, so I decided that I would stay here and get some shelter in this crazy snow. So I came in, and then I saw a crazy man in front of the gas station. And I walked up to him and told him if I could come in. He kept on yelling at me saying that I should turn back now, and it was crazy.
Turn back now! You don't belong here, weirdo!
This guy was psychotic, just like the other guy I saw on the road, and he was pissing me off, kept on yelling at me. So I decided the best thing to do was to hop in my car and drive away. So that's what I did. I hopped in my car, and he kept on yelling at me and screamed at me, and he told me this last thing.
Leave now!
That traumatized me for life. But I just wanted to get home and see my family for Christmas. So I decided to just park on the side of the road because the blizzard was getting worse and worse. I decided to just fall asleep in my car and maybe it will get better in the morning. Well, that's what I did. I fell asleep slowly, as fast as a rock. But then when I woke up, I saw my car was destroyed. It's like a wild animal did this or something like that. As my door slowly faded into the distance, there was one thing I had to do, and that was get the hell out of here. So I got out my car, and then I heard a noise that traumatized me, and I didn't know he was gonna come back. When I turned around, I saw the man.
You should have turned back now!
I was surprised to see the same man from earlier who stopped my car a few hours later.
You should always respect your elders!
I couldn't believe he was there, so I just decided to jump over my broken car. But when I tried to run away, my sexual tremor came, and I started shaking, and I couldn't get up. As the man got closer to me, I felt like he was about to tickle my butt. But I kept on shaking and shaking, but then eventually stopped. I got up, and I could run now. So I wasted no time, and I started running. And I started running and running. The man was following me, and he had a knife. I was really crapping myself at that moment, but I just decided to keep on running and running. And I ran as fast as I can. Like my life depended on it, which it did.
Back here!
That 1.7 meter tall man that was the size of Warwick Davis kept on yelling at me, screaming that I should have turned back now, and he was gonna stab me in the balls. I was so scared at that point. I couldn't stop running. I was almost out of breath until I saw a van. And I saw the keys were still in there, so I decided to drive off in this man's van. As I remember him chasing after the van, I wonder sometimes, who was that guy at the gas station? And who was that red-faced dude? And why did he try to kill me? But I really wonder what would have happened if he would have killed me.